Okay, we're going to do exercise 5 today. So I'm going to go to new file, select print again to get our 8.5 by 11. And as usual, I'm changing the resolution to 72 pixels per inch, and we have our page. Now what we are going to do is go to Google Images, and we're going to select 2 fashion images. But what we want to do is find something that is actually a movement. So let's say yoga wear. Let's say yoga wear. And I want to find images like this. We want to get some poses. So I'm going to try this one. I like this. I'm going to copy image. Go to Photoshop. I'm going to do file new from clipboard, create, so that I have a new layer. And then I go to edit, paste, and I paste my picture. I'm going to go find another pose. Let's see, I want to get, I like this pose here. Okay, so let's do copy image, go back to Photoshop, file, new, clipboard, create, paste, and we have 2 images. Now what we are going to do today is we're going to go to our magic wand, or I can do object selection. And I'm going to try to select the object here. Okay, it actually selected the object for me. I'm going to have to fix some of this though. I don't like the mat to be in there. Let's see, maybe we can do this with magic wand a little better. And again, when you're working with magic wand, make sure the second option, add to selection, is selected. Otherwise, every time you release your hand, it's going to make a new selection if it is on here. So if you have this one, then it's kind of going to work with your image. So we're going to select here, here. So I think I have the face selected, but I don't want to select the mat. So I want to get rid of the mat. All right, I think here also, if I can get rid of this. Okay, now I have the image selected. Okay, I think this is good enough. Maybe get rid of this. Okay, now I'm going to go to inverse so that we have the image selected. Okay, I have a couple little lines, but we can always fix them. So every time you do this and you have your image selected, you have to make sure you go to edit and copy. If you don't copy it, when you go here and you paste it, you're going to have whatever you had copied last. So you want to make sure you go to edit copy, or Command C or Control C, and you can do Command V and get that picture. Now I'm going to move this, move this a little bit, and I can correct some of those. So for example, here, there are a couple little things. For example, there is this little line here and there. What I'm going to use for that is use the marquee tool and make a selection. Marquee tool basically lets you select. So I'm going to do the elliptical, and I'm going to select this and delete. And that will get rid of any extra you have accidentally selected. Okay. You can move your picture, and you can probably get rid of this. And delete. Okay. Let's deselect. You can go to select and deselect. Okay, now I'm going to reduce the size, and I can duplicate this layer. So to duplicate the layer, what I need to do is go here. You can go to layer here, and you can say duplicate layer. I think there's another duplicate option here. So we created another one of these. Okay. Okay, So when you go here, you're going to see that we duplicated that layer. Okay. Now we're going to go to this image. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit. We're going to go to that second image, and I'm going to make everything else invisible. Okay. What I'm going to do is, again, select the image. You can do object selection. So I'm going to select the object here, and it's selected. Now I'm going to go stroke this, and we're going to use black. Let's use 5. Okay, now we have a border to it. Now I want to delete this. And when you delete it, you're actually deleting the picture, but you have that pose extracted. Now when I make everything else visible, you have everything in here. Okay, I'm gonna use the hand tool to move my canvas a little bit. Now let's do the same thing with the other picture. We're going to go to quick selection. You have to select the layer before you can do this. Now, the quick selection selected everything, but I don't know why it's selecting this. So I'm gonna actually go to magic wand. Let's deselect this, and we'll use magic wand. Oops, undo. I want to select this section here. This is selected. Correct this. Get rid of that. Okay, I think I have it selected. Now I can go to select inverse. I can copy, go here and paste it. Okay, and again, the size is a little too big, so we're going to have the transform controls so we can reduce the size. And we can move this here. Okay, now we're going to duplicate this layer. So we have that layer selected. We go to layer, we duplicate the layer. Oops, we have to, let's see. Duplicate layer. Now you can see that that same layer is duplicated, but if you move it here, you're going to see that it's copied. So you have 2 of them. Now we're going to create a silhouette for this one again. And if you want, you can make everything else invisible so that you can work just with that layer here. And we're going to select that one. Now we're going to do the object selection again. And whichever one works best for you, you can use. We select, and it just, again, it selected this section. So I'm going to use magic wand again. And make sure again that this adds a new layer instead. Okay, it's corrected that, and everything looks good. And it's the object selected, so we don't really have to do anything. So we can go to edit, stroke. We do that. Now we delete. So whatever we selected is going to be deleted, but the silhouette is going to be there. And then Command D, or go to select and deselect so that you get rid of that selection, and you're done. Now we open up everything and zoom out of this, and you're going to see your entire picture. Now, if you guys wanted to make your canvas bigger, make your pictures bigger, you can also go to canvas size here, and you can make the height of your canvas a little bit bigger. So I'm going to go by inches. Is 8.5 by 11. If you wanted to make it, let's say 11 is good, but let's say we want to make it 9.5. Then your canvas gets bigger on the width, and you have that. So this is the exercise. We're going to, before I save it, I always like to get rid of all these files because I don't want to use them anymore. We already have our exercise finished, so I'm going to save it as, and I'm saving it into my Photoshop exercises. This is exercise 5. Extracting fashion poses. And save. All right, that's it.